Welcome back to Getting Her to Say I Do, my video dating vlogs. We journey through my process of healing and getting healthy, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually healthy, and loving myself, and then to being open to dating, and then pursuing relationships, and eventually engagement and marriages to go. So we're just kind of walking through that. So I'm still on my break and my 6 months. I think I'm almost at 2 month, the 2 month mark, and it has been. I wanted to give up on it a little bit, because it's kind of like, dang, I still got like 4 months left of this, but it's been so dope to just like heal and do just to live free from the pressure of performance, and so I removed like every girl off of my social media because I follow women just because they were attractive, and I would notice like when I would post stuff, when I would share content, when I would do something, it would be um, some stuff that I wanted or just that I felt passionate about, but I would also be trying to get attention or be relatable or connected to someone that I didn't really know. Like I was kind of like playing the field, which isn't like I don't like that. Like I just want to be me, and I want someone to like and embrace me for me and love me for me. So that's kind of what I'm trying to get to, or where I'm trying to get to. So I removed basically everybody outside of people that I work with or I need to have contact with. So that's been pretty dope. We're like maybe like friends, spouses, stuff like that. Like yeah, so I don't have that pressure of trying to be something or be someone. So that's been super dope. No texting anybody, no calling anybody, no hanging out with anybody or anything. So I've just kind of been to myself. So I always have my two. So last week, a friend was in town, close by town, and she was like, "Hey, we're gonna be here." Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I popped up like to the spot and saw her and hung out. Like she's really, really pretty. I've always had a soft spot for her because she's just extremely attractive. Like if I had a type, she would fit the type, but my type changed over the years. But she's like ideally just like physically, like looking at her, she's ideal, like she's perfect. So I saw her, I was like, man, she's gorgeous. And normally, whenever I see her, or whenever we hang out, I feel it's like connectivity to her. I feel like we are, I don't know, I feel like this connection to her, like this responsibility to her. Like, I can't explain it. Like, I feel this, like attachment. That's a better word, attachment to her. Even when we're not together, like whenever we text, you just feel it. And I don't like that because I don't like being tied to someone, especially someone that I know I'm not pursuing or going to pursue a relationship with. And so that's part of the reason why I stepped back in a lot of these relationships was just to clear all that air. So when I saw her and I hung out with her, it was dope. We just had cool conversation, just talked because we hadn't talked in probably a month or so, um, or 2 months. It's been a while, and just kind of talked and caught back on stuff. And when I left, I didn't feel that attachment to her, which was super, super dope and freeing to me. So, like, for her, that was super cool because I got with her probably more than anyone else. Um, so with that, like, I was super happy about that. So I'm excited for like how it'll be at the end of the 6 months, like with not having any contact or like with anybody else, like how free I'm gonna be because I want to go into dating. I want to go into the next relationship with this. Hopefully my last relationship. Free of baggage, free of other relationships, free of any of the like junk and clutter. So that's like the real aim. But on the other side of that, today is also young lady that I dated. It's her birthday. So I was low key in my feelings because I've been watching all these romance shows. I was watching Love is Blind, and like I love the idea and the concept of it. It's so dope. Like we're falling in love not based off physical looks, but off like who we are, which is dope, and I love it. But I don't know if it's for me because if I'm not attracted, if I'm like in love with you, and then I see you and you not attractive, I'm gonna be like Jessica. Listen, you not what I signed up for, honey. And so yeah, I'm a little bit shallow in that regard, but I definitely want to. I want to look at somebody and like, yeah, because there's people that are extremely that I'm attracted to that I know are good people. So I want that. and it's my I can have what I want. Like that's what I want. And as time goes on, if it's not out there, then I'll change it up. But for right now, I feel like it's completely possible for me to get that, and that's what I want. So birthday, I was kind of in my feelings because like I was thinking like, man, maybe she probably got another boyfriend by now because she's gorgeous, just a great person, is beautiful. And I was like, man, she probably got another boyfriend. And I got sad, and I was like, they probably said like all the stuff that I'm supposed to do. I don't get to do it, and it made me sad. And like, wow, I'm happy for her. I want her to be happy. Like, I don't want her to be happy without me. I know that's selfish. God's still working on me, whatever. But I say that because it's been a year. We haven't seen each other or talked in over a year outside of like I think maybe 3 times around the wedding, mutual friends. And even though we have no connection, no relationship, no communication, nothing at all, like I still have that. It's still there for me, and it bugs me, like, cause I want it to go away, and like that's something that I've been focusing on. So I'm hoping that like over like these next 4 months of like being separate, and I guess it probably don't help if I think about her often or think about um, that probably doesn't help either. Like, because I'm a romantic and I romanticize everything. Like, even though it wasn't the best in my mind, it was the best relationship. So I'm working on like just getting free from that, and that'll be super dope because I don't want to carry that baggage into the next relationship. I don't want to carry like that expectation or like that. You got to live up to this, or because that's not fair to anybody else. So I absolutely want to be free and loose from all of it. That would be super dope. Um, but yeah, so like I've just been, even though that part of my day was kind of like, it's been an awesome day. Like I just hung out. I just left church, hung out with my kids. My kids are awesome. And we were just kind of talking about ways that we can reach out and do more. So that's been super dope. Um, but everything's pretty much been good. But I thought that was so dope that like I got to hang out with her and see her, which is kind of going against what I'm doing. But Um, it's not like an everyday thing, or even it probably won't happen again. It's just the fact that she was right down the street, and we live in different cities, so that's why. But so that was super dope. But I am like super excited to see what happens. We're at almost 2 months. See what happens over the next 4 months. To see how I change, how I'm freed, how I'm just kind of like maturing and growing. Like even that, like I've like been dealing with stuff, so I found out that I'm struggling with jealousy. Whenever I see other people achieving stuff and doing stuff, I found out I struggle with that, and God's been working with me on that, and just like some other stuff. Social media is absolutely nuts and crazy. People are tripping, and I live in an extremely conservative town. I go to a church that's predominantly conservative, and so I have different viewpoints and ideas than a lot of them, and so that can cause arguments and cause fights. But I'm also super excited because I'm learning that even going into talking with someone, we go into like a discussion with the idea or the agenda to change their mind, to make them think what we think or understand what we think, when we don't go in trying to understand that person's thoughts or their view. So I'm trying to work on that because I'm not for arguing at all. Like if you wanted to argue, you could definitely find somebody to argue with. There's so many differing views and opinions. So I thought that was super dope because I guess you can call it an argument. We had probably 2 exchanges. He said something, I said something. He said something, I said something, and then I shut it down. And the second thing that I said was the last thing. And I'm proud of the fact that I wasn't disrespectful, nor was I rude. Um, as a minister, as a pastor, I feel like that's completely necessary. Like when you're communicating, not to undermine anyone, not to condemn anybody, but to speak to them in truth. I definitely could have been a lot more polite, but I was also irritated because I've just been seeing stuff going past all day. So when I addressed it, so that was super dope. Like, cause I'm usually like pretty, like I don't mind going there with you, but I definitely did not. I wasn't trying to argue. I just wanted to bring attention and understanding where there seemed to be a lacking. And honestly, we're all adults mostly, So somebody got their mind and their heart set on something. That's how they feel. I'm gonna tell you once, I might tell you twice, and I'm gonna let it be what it is. So that's super dope, and I hope I can take that into dating and relationships. Also, like, man, people are gonna be different than I am. They're probably gonna do stuff differently than I would, and that's okay. As long as like the aim or the goal is to get to the same spot, as long as we understand what we're trying to get, and that's not confused, we're good. If you want to go this way, that's cool. I'm going this way. As long as we keep on journeying and we journey together, I'm good with that. So that's been super dope. Also, is I'm just maturing and growing and changing. I retwisted my hair. Look how healthy it is. Like it's dope. I've been hanging out. I did my hair. I just been hanging out and enjoying life. It has been amazing. So yeah, it could be a crappy day, but I'm going to enjoy myself and enjoy my life, and I hope everybody else is good too. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Getting Her to Say I Do. Goals, games. I've been in the lab working a little bit. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. Bye.